So in this video, I just want to go over some interactive charts, different techniques in that. Um, so this is a what's happening on this one is that as you hover over a feature and you move in and out, you get a different chart. So if it's like a red county, you break it down by Trump, Cruz, and Rubio, and if it's a Democrat county, they break it down by Clinton and Bernie Sanders. But this is at the feature level in that. And so I won't go over all the code, but in the sample, some of the key thing would be on the highlighted feature in that you want to update the info layer and the update info layer. This is where they switch if it's a Democratic versus a Republican county and how they do the chart differently in that. And then and so it gets into some functions that you have to map in to do the on each feature, on mouse over highlight, and then mouse out reset, because you need to clear the chart out for the next one and that sort of thing. So the interactivity in terms of the layer event would be when you highlight a feature, right? And that. So this is at the feature level. So I guess the operating unit here is the feature, and we take data on that particular feature, that county, and use that data, that one county, that one data set for the county, to feed the data on the chart. And it is chart.js that we've used in earlier labs. Have another dynamic one from Esri, and that's a plugin that you can add to Leaflet to bring in their layers as well. This one's slightly different. This one deals with active features on the map. So typically on a dashboard, what you want is, especially GIS one, is a linkage between the map and the chart. So I'll just zoom in a couple times here, and that a little slow. We'll see if the chart eventually updates. There it goes. So my computer's slow enough you can almost see the code working and that sort of thing. And so then what this is this per feature? No, this is sort of like, visible features in the map. I think down on the code, it's when they're going through active features in that. That is the key thing on this particular one in that. So so each active feature, right? And that sort of thing. So loop over each active feature for the map extent, right? So that would mean, because it's limited to the map extent, then you only see only the data that's in your view is used to feed the chart. And that, I think you can see them setting, yeah, you can see them in the scatter plot, setting the X, not so much the X. It's interesting. They're not setting the X axis and the Y axis. They are setting the keys X and Y, which magically by default on documented feature is how it links in to the chart. And they're setting the X value to the feature's properties diameter and then the feature's property height. But again, this is like what's the operating unit? Like, what's the data for the chart? It would be all the features that are visible in the map right now would be the concept. Now that's pretty basic for a lot of dashboards, especially like Esri dashboards. There's trigger events and map extent change, and then you filter the data for a particular chart to whatever is visible on the map. So that's pretty stock standard, and so you can do it here as well. Or maybe there's enough data on a particular feature, has enough columns on it, that those are the ones that you want to graph. And that actually brings up a really side sort of tangent talk about GIS. A lot of it's getting the data in, getting the data cleaned up, and then shaping the data so that it slides into the application nicely. So it might be a thing where, on the previous example, fanning out some columns. So we add some more columns onto a table because it's these 5 columns or whatever they're going to be used for the bars on a particular chart. And that, so some good examples of some basic different ways of, like, how do we want that chart to be? Is it the feature I just clicked on or highlighted, or is it just the features that are in the map view? that I want to use. So typically in a dashboard situation where things are interactive like that, I mean, those are the kind of questions that you have to ask about when you're designing the app. But it is possible, right? And even if the APIs don't let you do it, you can always, write your own code. So we'll wrap it there, and that's all for now.